The person who tried to destroy your character is exposed. Listen closely, dear one, for something sacred is awakening within the stillness of your heart. There is a weight resting on the edge of your soul, a tremor beneath the surface of the life you've been navigating. The moment has come, the veil is lifting. The whispers have reached the heavens, and the one who sought to tarnish your reputation, the one who secretly reveled while casting lies like arrows into the ears of others, has been revealed. What was concealed in darkness is now quaking in the light. The facade of pretty words and charming deceit has finally crumbled, and the angels have begun to inscribe your name in vindication. This is no ordinary time, this is a divine hour where heaven confronts the falsehood spoken over you. This is the moment when truth rises like thunder in a serene sky, silencing every deceitful tongue. Do you feel that stirring within you? That unrest that lingers in your chest, that silent cry coursing through your veins like a tempest? That is not anxiety, it is revelation pressing against your spirit. It is the truth breaking free from the chains of silence, the call of God pulling you from the ruins someone attempted to bury you in. Those ruins will never hold you again. The false narratives, the betrayals whispered in back rooms, the orchestrated rumors, the mocking laughter, all of it will turn to dust. Every tongue that rose against you in secret will now be silenced by the very spirit they sought to oppose. There was a time when you felt like screaming but couldn't, a time when they smeared your name while smiling in your presence, a time when you sensed the rejection, the distance, the silent judgment in the rooms you entered. You wondered, why do they look at me like that? Why has the atmosphere shifted? My dear, it was because someone close to you decided to paint you as a curse instead of a calling. Someone attempted to poison the well from which you draw strength. They pretended to pray for you while secretly wishing against you, but heaven witnessed it all. They did not triumph, even if it appeared they did. Even if people distanced themselves from you, even if your name felt tarnished in the eyes of those you cherished, even if you cried alone, questioning how your life became a courtroom you never chose to enter, know this, you were never forsaken. You were being watched, protected, and written about in the scrolls of heaven. The one who sought to destroy you is no longer hidden, their time in the shadows has ended. The curtain has been drawn back, and now those who were deceived will begin to feel the shift. They will sense the unraveling of the lies like thread in a storm, questioning everything they believed about you. For truth does not fade quietly, it rises. Do you see what is unfolding? The shaking in your life was not meant to shatter you, it was meant to reveal them. The silence you endured was not God ignoring you, it was God meticulously building a case so divine, so irrefutable, that when He finally speaks, there will be no room for doubt. This is your moment of vindication, not through violence or revenge, but through divine exposure. The person who sought to ruin your character was driven by motives that stemmed from darkness, insecurities, jealousy, a desire to wear your crown without bearing your cross. They coveted your voice, your peace, your favor, but not your struggles. Because they could not become you, they attempted to destroy you. But the Lord saw every text, every phone call, every mocking laugh behind your back. He witnessed the handshakes that concealed sharp knives, the nights they spoke your name as if it were a curse while pretending to care. He saw how they smiled in your presence and betrayed you in the dark. But heaven was not asleep. God is not mocked, and justice, sweet, eternal justice, is now at hand. Do not fear what lies ahead. Do not feel the need to defend yourself any longer. The time for words has passed, the truth is already alive and moving through the hearts of those who once judged you. Conversations are shifting, doubts are rising in the minds of those who believed the lies. The same mouths that once spread gossip about you are now stammering in confusion. They feel it, even if they don't yet understand it, something is amiss, something doesn't add up, and soon everything will fall into place. Not because you forced it, but because heaven has decreed it. They thought they buried you beneath their opinions, thought they could cover you with shame, thought they could use influence to tarnish your legacy. But you are not made of paper, you were not written by man. You were authored by God Himself, and no human tongue can erase what He has inscribed. Now, the very people who abandoned you, who labeled you, who laughed at you will witness your rise. They will see that your silence was not weakness, it was wisdom. Your endurance was not fear, it was fire. Your grace was not naivety, it was divine protection. Every step you take now is being guided by a power that no human hand can hinder. They will attempt to apologize, to act as if they never believed the lies, to pretend they always stood by you. But your spirit will discern the difference between those who are genuinely sorry and those who regret being exposed. Do not harden your heart, but do not forget either. Forgive them, but walk with wisdom. Love them, but guard your peace. Remember the lessons this season has taught you. Not everyone who applauds you is doing so for your benefit, not every smile is sincere, not every silence is innocent. The one who sought to destroy your character wielded everything they could: old stories, misunderstandings, misaligned timelines. They manipulated facts, injected emotion where there was none. They were strategic but not spiritual, and because they left God out of their plans, their schemes are now unraveling. Their masks are falling, and their alliances are turning against them. Even those who once aided them in hurting you are beginning to see the truth: they were wrong, and you were never the villain, you were the vessel. This message is for you, for the battle you endured has not been in vain. The tears you shed in private were collected by angels. The prayers you whispered through clenched teeth resonated louder in heaven than the lies echoing through hallways. You were heard, you were held, and now you are rising, not with bitterness, not with revenge, but with clarity, favor, and divine restoration. Everything they attempted to take from you is returning, multiplied. Every relationship that crumbled under falsehoods will be replaced by one built on truth. Every opportunity that slipped away because of their lies will now return to you with interest, and every ounce of peace that was stolen will be restored in waves. Be cautious in this next season. Not everyone who congratulates you is genuinely happy for you. The exposure of your enemy is not solely their fault, it is your test. Will you gloat? Will you retaliate? Or will you move forward with grace, eyes on heaven, hands clean, and heart pure? God is entrusting you now with influence, vindication, and open doors, but remember, your heart must remain humble. For the same God who elevates you can humble you if pride takes root where purpose belongs. The battle is over, the storm is clearing. The truth is resonating through the hearts of many. The one who sought to destroy your character is now surrounded by the consequences of their own words. You need not say a word, you need not fight for approval. You are already approved, already chosen, already free. The light shining upon you is not merely the sun, it is divine, holy, unshakable, and irreversible. God says you were never forgotten, you were never alone. While they plotted, I was preparing. While they lied, I was lifting. While they betrayed, I was constructing a platform for your rise. What was done in secret will be proclaimed from the rooftops, not by you, but by revelation itself. The truth will not whisper, it will roar. And when it does, the same people who turned away from you will turn back, not to worship, but to witness. They will see the hand of God upon your life and realize that what they tried to destroy was sacred all along. So step forward now, with boldness, with peace, with the quiet strength of one who has survived betrayal, overcome slander, and stood tall while everything sought to push you down. You are not who they claimed you were. You are not broken, not tainted, not forgotten. You are chosen, cleansed, crowned, and the glory resting upon you cannot be touched by the hands that once sought to bury you. Your name is not stained, it is sealed. Your life is not over, it is just beginning. Those who tried to destroy your character will now bear witness to your destiny. This message is for you, yes, you, who have been silent for too long, who have suffered in the shadows while others smiled in public and plotted in private. Something sacred is about to unfold. This message carries within it a wave of divine revelation. The one who sought to destroy your character is finally exposed. There is a shift in the spirit, a storm of truth sweeping through the air. No matter how many lies have been sown into the minds of others, the truth is now louder than the rumors. It has been waiting, hidden in silence, aching to rise. You have traversed valleys where your name was dragged through the mud, where your image was tarnished by unclean tongues, and where your intentions were twisted by those whose hearts were impure. But the Lord has seen it all, and heaven has recorded every word, every manipulation, every deception. Now is the time when what was done in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. The one who sought to destroy your character was not just a stranger. This truth will cut deep. It was someone close, closer than you might dare to believe. One who embraced you while cursing you in the same breath. One who took your kindness and wore it like a mask, only to tear it off when they thought no one was watching. But someone was watching, the one who never sleeps, who guards the innocent, who defends the truth when it has no voice. That person, the accuser, the whisperer, the pretender, is about to face a revelation more fierce than anything they ever imagined. The truth you have cried for in silence, the questions you've pondered late at night, why do they hate me? Will be answered. You've retraced your steps countless times, wondering if you said something wrong, if you didn't explain enough, if you should have tried harder to prove yourself. But the truth is, your spirit was too radiant for their shadows. Your purity, your depth, your honesty made them tremble because it exposed the emptiness within their own souls. So they chose to destroy your name instead of confronting their own reflection. But let me assure you, God is not mocked. The harvest of deception is coming to the one who sowed lies. Not only are they being exposed, but they are being dismantled piece by piece. Their false narratives are unraveling, the web they spun is ensnaring their own feet. Those who once believed them are beginning to question everything. God declares that the person who sought to destroy your character is exposed, and nothing will halt what is about to be revealed. You may not see it yet, but something has shifted in the unseen. Conversations are happening right now that you are not part of, but your name is at the center of them. This time, the words are not venomous, they are inquiries. Why would she do that? Are you sure he said that? That doesn't sound like the person I know. Doubt now surrounds the liar like a cloud they cannot escape. And you? You are being vindicated in the spirit long before the evidence manifests in the natural. A preparation is underway in heaven. You were never forgotten, you are being prepared. Your restraint was not weakness, it was power under control. It was dignity in the face of dishonor, and now that dignity is about to shine like gold refined in fire. Do not be surprised when the one who sought to ruin you begins to unravel before others, not by your doing, but by the unraveling truth. Do not gloat, do not smile at their downfall. Just stand still. The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be silent. There is a courtroom in heaven, and your case was never closed, it was simply being built with divine timing. The evidence now being uncovered was hidden for your protection until this moment. They whispered falsehoods behind closed doors, smiled while injecting venom into the ears of others, but their mouths have become the graves they dug for themselves. The dirt they tried to throw on your name is now covering their own integrity. People are awakening. The very ones who believe them are beginning to feel sick at the thought that they were used as pawns in someone else's hatred. There is no more hiding, the light is too bright now. Everything they tried to keep in the dark is surfacing, and it is undeniable. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. You don't have to send lengthy texts explaining who you are. You don't need to gather evidence or plead for someone to believe you. The Spirit of truth is moving, the divine judge is rising from his throne, and when he stands, no lie can remain standing. Watch as things begin to unfold, messages deleted, people distancing themselves from the liar, sudden confessions, hidden screenshots coming to light, old conversations resurfacing, divine accidents exposing what was meant to stay hidden. It will not be because of your strength, but because of his justice. Your name is being restored, heaven has issued a correction, and the stain they tried to place on your character is being washed away by favor, by truth, by the voice of God himself. What they intended for evil is transforming into your elevation. The character they sought to destroy is the very character God is now using as a platform to reveal his glory. You are about to enter rooms where your name was slandered, but now it will be honored. You are about to shake hands with those who once regarded you with suspicion but now see you with respect. You are about to rise, not because you forced it, but because truth has wings and cannot be caged forever. There is someone reading this who is on the brink of giving up. You've said, "No one believes me. No one sees me. No one knows the truth." But you were mistaken. The heavens have seen it all, and they have spoken. The truth is now louder, and your peace is about to return. You will sleep again, you will smile again. The knot in your stomach is dissolving even now as these words penetrate your soul. You are being cleansed of every false label, every accusation, every distorted version of who you are. Let them watch. Let them wonder. Let them whisper now in awe instead of suspicion. You have been preserved for such a time as this, and the very thing they thought would ruin you has made you radiant. There is a glow returning to your spirit, a confidence not in yourself but in the one who never let you fall. You will not be the same after this. This exposure marks the beginning of a new era for you, one where you no longer look over your shoulder, one where you don't need to question who is for you and who is against you. The truth has separated the wheat from the weeds, and the harvest is pure now. This message is not just about vindication, it is about restoration. God is not only clearing your name, He is elevating it. The doors that were shut because of their lies are now swinging open because of God's truth. The relationships that were strained are returning with humility and apology. The reputation they tried to destroy is now being spoken of with honor. Your name will no longer be whispered with suspicion but spoken of with reverence. Take comfort in this: they tried to bury you, but they didn't realize you were a seed. Now, you are growing in places they cannot reach, with a favor they cannot block and a purpose they cannot sabotage. Every word spoken against you without cause has become a ladder God is using to lift you higher. Every betrayal has become a brick in the foundation of your divine future, and every tear has watered the soil for your breakthrough. Stand tall now, the heavens are open. The truth has spoken, and no matter what they said, the truth will always outlive the lie. You are chosen, you are vindicated, and you are rising. If you believe in God, type Amen and subscribe for more.